its last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
Yo!
And here
We're
we are.
live.
You could hear it. You could hear it.
I heard everything. It was great. Look at this.
There you
Are
go.
we actually live? Everything good?
We're live. Everything's working. People are chatting.
Yeah,
Bob, greetings from Orlando.
I'm fairly certain I have a pube or sperm or something in the back of my throat that has caused me to gag while I'm sitting here. So I apologize.
Well, you better clear that now, because I got a feeling you and John are going to be raising your voices and yelling at each other in just a minute.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. So I posted a thing on Facebook today kind of saying what I was fed up with and what I wanted to talk about a little bit, at least today.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, one Jon Drake decides he's going to butt in and
Wait,
start.
but it is social media. Is that butting in?
Well, to an extent. I mean, I didn't ask him or anybody, quite frankly, to participate in a conversation. I was just saying, coming up on today's show, this is what you're going to hear, at least for a little bit. I mean, look, I like to complain about a lot of stuff that goes on in the world, and that's fine. And,
No way.
But, wait a second. It's not really complaining. It's shouting out truth. All right, there's a difference. And so all I did was give my opinion on some stuff, and then here comes Brown's boy to swoop on in and try to take the high road and be, hey, I like everybody. Don't say this. Because I think I at some point, I should pull up the post, but I don't feel like it right now. But all I said was that the left sucks. And I don't find any way possible that we can have unity, that they're scary, that they're not normal, and I don't want to be near them.
Okay. That's a take.
I don't think that's really that bad of a thing to say, right?
Well, it is, but I mean,
No, it's not.
It is to say that
I got to save a lot of my stuff for when John Boy comes on and actually wants to debate.
He's waiting. I just haven't pulled him in yet.
No, I can't.
All I'm saying is it is when you're saying I fucking hate half the people and I want you to die or I want you to go away or whatever. Yeah, that's not unifying shit.
I'm not here to unify.
I can tell.
I don't want to unify. Everything's working, right? We don't have nearly the people.
We're up. We're up and running.
Okay.
We're up and running. We're on Rumble and YouTube and locals and
John is Brown's boy. He is. He's Brown's boy.
I don't think all of the things report, just the YouTube and the Rumble. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. This is new software, folks. It's new software. We're learning this here.
We're on the go here. We're on the fly.
Habu
Seat
is
of our
so
pants.
correct. Habu is
What?
100% correct. Chris is loving it. You damn right I am.
But so I have to look at these stupid comments that John Brown's boy keeps leaving, and then a guy that I went to like middle school with starts chiming in. Doug, he's a nice guy, but he's a lefty, which is fine. Look, I've never said in any of my statements online all leftists are bad. Now I think the majority are, but I never said all. And Doug seems like kind of a nice guy, and whatever. But I haven't talked to him since middle school. We're not talking about a guy that I hang out with and have beers every night. But he's a nice guy. At least he was when we were, I don't know, 12. But I'm almost 50 now. So 12 is a long, long time ago. And I used to go over his house. I used to hang out at his house and see his mom and dad and everybody. We'd all hang out together. We'd play football and stuff as kids, and it was great. But now we have different points of view and different ways of thinking. He grew up in Cleveland Heights. I eventually said, I got to get out of this hellhole liberal town. And, that's fine, though. We took different paths in life. I'm sure he's way successful, and I'm here. And I'm doing what I do, whatever that is. But, I do actually have a job that is involving news on a day-to-day basis. It's my job to research news, listen to both sides of the argument, and yet for some reason, people think that I'm just a douchebag who does a podcast and wants to just toss shit out there to sound stupid.
Okay.
I think John's one of those people. I think John is one of those people that thinks that all I do for a living, which would be a really shitty living, it'd be like on the street living, is if I sat here and did this podcast with you every Monday and Wednesday. I'd be living in a cardboard box, sipping on wine that I found in a bottle left over from another bum, and have nothing in my life. But I actually do have work that I do where I talk about this stuff on a day-to-day basis. I look at all sides and I pick a side that I like.
Okay.
And I pick what I believe is the truth. And so your boy, not my boy anymore, Brown's boy, I get involved in the conversation this morning, and quite frankly, he took an ass kicking. I mean,
did he?
What I had to say, and they weren't liking any of his posts. So it is what it is. I don't even know why he's coming. So he wanted to come on this show today to debate. And I have to ask him, the first question I have to ask him when you bring him up is why? He already lost the debate.
I'll bring him on.
Put his ass on.
I'll bring him on. I'll bring me out.
No. You're here as a moderator.
Yeah, I am. I'll sit here. Here you go. Hello, John.
Hello there, guys.
Halen jerk off thing behind him.
Hello there. Seth, I love how you just do this crap for clicks. Your little shock jock. I'm going to be Howard Stern Jr. stuff. It's cute.
Howard Stern Jr. Well, why is he on a delay? His mouth is moving and I don't,
Because his computer's as shitty as yours.
Mine's actually working. You and I are talking and conversing.
It's all the graphics. Like this stupid restream and stuff is like my computer isn't fast enough, the graphics card.
He's like watching a kung fu movie. Hello.
Here, let's see. Here, I'll just change the background.
Let's see what happens.
There we go. Is that better?
There we go. Look at that.
Is that better?
It's better for me. I am on delay. What the fuck?
It is what it is. I'll just
I'll
start talking when his dumb ass shuts up.
Aiken, you want me to reboot and jump back in?
Yeah, reboot and come back. Me and Seth can handle for a minute.
All right. Yeah, I think that is just that background because my computer's terrible with video.
All right, stop talking and do it.
No, I was just saying terrible with video, like Seth's terrible at Facebook. So
if the rest of the show is going to be like this, with him not being able to understand directions and understand truth and logic, then it's going to really be a shitty show.
I'll be right back. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground.
Fucking Bruce Lee's joining the show. You can put the graphic back up, and it wasn't the graphic; it was his dumb ass.
No, it's his computer. His computer can't handle the graphics. I'll leave it off I'd rather leave it off and make sure he can connect because I'd rather you guys argue than have a pretty graphic behind us.
Chris is the puppet master. No.
How am I the puppet master?
Well, in a way you are, because you're the one. John and I were going at it just fine on Facebook today, and everything was okay. And then all of a sudden, you jump in and John's
wait a minute! Not all of a sudden I jumped in. You both came to me. You both came to me. You did come to me. He
did, a
came
little
to
bit.
me saying he wanted to debate. You came to me saying you didn't think you were friends with him anymore.
I did.
You both came to me. I didn't come. I didn't even see this Facebook shit until literally this minute. I'm not on Facebook.
I'm telling you that I don't think that we'll be friends after the show.
Oh, stop. John has skin 10 feet thick. He's not going to take anything.
I don't know if I do.
Well, that's on you. But I mean, I know John's not going to be offended by anything. It's just talk to him.
I kind of want him here before I start explaining why I say that, because I've always had thick skin. I really have. I mean, not just because I'm fat, but because, like I've done literally 25 years of radio where every joke was about me. I mean, it's the way it is.
Hey, I'm not, again, I am the moderator. I am not here to make anybody believe anything.
Brian says, who knew Charlie Kirk would have started all this? I'll be honest. I loved Charlie Kirk before he passed. I'm sorry, before he was murdered by the left. But I didn't realize his reach. I mean, people in South Korea were building memorials. And how about now? Can we talk to you, or are you still?
Should be all right. I took down my green screen. So.
Yeah, that's much better. Good job. Way to go. Way to figure it out. Too much dream theater going on in your head. You can't figure out how to use a fucking computer.
Well, that's fine. I can't remember the last time I had to bail on my own show because of my internet, which you do seem to do every like 7th show or so. So go ahead, tell me about computers. Yeah, hell, you don't even know how to use your microphone.
Well, what's great is
half the time you're talking on your laptop mic. Don't tell me about computers.
People actually watch my show as opposed to yours. You can
Somehow
combine 3 of your shows and they don't have the audience that we have, which isn't very good, oh, by the way.
Well, that's fine. I don't have to piggyback off of Aiken to get my number, so go ahead. There you go.
Piggyback off of Aiken to get my numbers?
There you
go. Maybe you should try
it. Or Bob France. Either one. Go ahead.
All right. I don't even know what you do for a living. I wish I could make fun of your job, but apparently you're very secretive about what you do.
No, I actually
apparently sucking dick behind a corner isn't very something you want to have known all across the city.
That's not part of my job. I run the contracts department for a health insurance company. So there you go. Now you know.
Oh, so the next Luigi Mangione is going to be looking for you.
It's funny. Like, we actually work with that United Healthcare company. When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, boy, wow!"
Right.
Okay. So,
wait a second. You should be happy about that guy, Luigi, because it's your people that are out there chanting and cheering, saying, "Set him free! Set him free!"
See, that's not. I'm glad you started with your Facebook post, because this has nothing to do with left and right. You said, "I don't want unity." This has nothing to do with left and right. You got upset because I didn't immediately agree with your Facebook post. You said, "I don't want unity." I said, you can't say that. Like, don't be what you are fighting against. It's like, just because they do that doesn't mean it's okay for you to do.
We're going to set some parameters here, because I don't want to sit here and talk all over you all day long. So try to keep your statements brief. I will not, but I will respond to the garbage that you have to say. So
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, your post said, "I don't want unity," and my comment was, it wasn't saying, well, you stupid, communist conservative or whatever. It was not that at all. I was just saying, as I've said to you many, many times, by the way, that that you can't be doing that. That's not. You want to be better than them. You want to be better than them.
No, I don't.
I said, my comment was, I quoted you, "I don't want unity." I said, "That's a problem, bro. You can't fight hate with hate, or else you're no better than the people you're crucifying." And that's where this
fucking
started.
Retarded you sound right there. I don't want unity with these people. Let me tell you why I don't want unity with these people. I don't want to shake their hands. I don't even want them petting my fucking dog. I mean, do you understand that these people are evil? The left, for the most part, I can't say all, because then I'll get criticized for that, but the left is evil. I mean, if you want to sit here and we want to go down point by point, which I'm going to do with you, and figure out why I think that they're evil, and why I can't live around them, why I don't want them near my family, why I don't want them teaching my children, let's go ahead and do it. And I'll find out where you stand on some of these topics. Because I cannot find unity with people that are as evil as they are. I mean, I'll start with, before we get into the actual topic of the shooter, or the murderer, the assassin that took out Charlie Kirk, let's start with the other points that I brought up to you in the post as the thread went on and on and on, because you can't keep your fucking mouth shut. typical Browns fan. You want to support everything, even though it sucks. You want to support it, but whatever. So, do you like illegals coming to our country against the law and using our healthcare, taking jobs, and coming here? I don't care whether it's a family or trafficking children or bringing drugs in, whatever it is. You want illegals here.
That was not part of your Facebook post.
Yes, it was. Read
here
the
to talk
fucking
about
post.
your Facebook
read
post.
the post.
No,
was.
I'm not. I just told you why. This is not about right and left. This is the
Yes,
problem that
it
you
is.
have. I didn't
can't live
immediately
with the
agree
left.
with you. I didn't immediately agree with you. So you go on the attack. That's not the point. What I'm saying is, if they're assholes for acting this way, you are not right for acting that way. It doesn't work both ways.
Okay.
It's either wrong or it's right. By your own definition, there's only good and evil. There's only black and white. So if it's not right for them to do it, by your own logic, it's not all right for you to fucking do it.
That doesn't make any sense. Here's the deal. I've been
It makes
sitting here
100%
getting,
sense.
I've been sitting
Explain
here
how that
getting
doesn't
yelled
make
at
sense.
and shouted out and shouted down
because
by
I'm
liberals.
using your words
There's
against
a
you,
fucking,
and
here
you're
we
not
go. This is what I'm
accepting
talking
it.
about. Mute his fucking ass already, Chris.
Did you not say that?
Chris has his own mic muted.
Yeah.
Can't hear
Did you not?
Chris at
Did
all.
you not say there's only good and evil and only black and white, only right and wrong?
There is good and evil and black and white and right and wrong. Yes.
Okay. Then if those are the only things, and if it's wrong to act in the way that the left acts, then you can't do it because it's also wrong.
No, it's not wrong. I don't want to live
Why
next
is it
to
not
evil.
wrong?
I don't want
Why-
to unify with evil.
Why is doing what they're doing that you hate? Why is you doing
what are
it
they
acceptable
doing
but
that I
not
hate?
them?
What am I doing that they hate?
You're acting
What am I
like
doing?
them. You are acting like them. Why
I
is it okay
supporting
for you
them
to act
to-
in that fashion? And
Am I
not for them?
supporting them to get murdered?
You didn't answer the question. Why is it okay for you to act that way but not them?
Act what way? I'm trying to figure out what way I'm acting that they are acting.
Because we'll
spewing,
just use
spewing.
yeah, spewing, just being hateful and just
I'm not
launching.
spewing or being. I never called them any names. I said that it's evil.
You didn't call them any names.
Can you fucking shut up and let me answer the question?
Do you even read what you fucking type online at all?
Dude, if you shut your fucking mouth, I can actually tell you what I said.
I read what you said. I have this little
It
thing
ain't
called
gonna
literacy
work if
going
he doesn't
for me.
understand logic or even things that are
Logic,
coming
I'm
out of my
using
mouth.
your
Chris.
words. Stand
If
up
I
to your words.
spoke in
You say,
cum
"I have
language,
no
would you
conviction."
understand that? Would
See,
that
now
go
we
in your ears?
There we go. See, now there's the insult. So you're doing what the left you claim the left does. So you just
I'm
did it.
saying that it ain't gonna work like this, Chris. I'm being honest. I can't say anything to him without him talking over me.
Because you're not answering the actual topic of the question.
I would if you'd shut up.
I will.
I mean,
cut
this
you
isn't
off
even
right
good
here.
radio.
Go to the
Hold on.
initial.
I'm going to step in here. Seth,
It's not good radio like
2
this.
minutes, go.
I'm not acting like they are. What I'm saying is, if they're going to sit there and support the murder of somebody, the assassination of somebody, I'm not going to live next to somebody like that. If they're cheering, they're stomping on his memorials throughout the country, they're actually acting out him getting shot in the neck. I don't want to live next to somebody like that. I don't want to live next to somebody that wants to kill babies. I don't want to live next door to somebody that wants illegals here. I don't want to live next door to somebody that thinks it's okay for my daughter to be in a locker room and have a dick in her face while she's standing there changing and showering. I don't want to live next to people like that. And those people continue to force their ideas down my mouth. And as a right-wing Republican, I have been shouted down and forced to take it and agree with and accept what they want in life. And I'm not going to do that anymore. It's about time that people like me actually stood up and did something about this nonsense that they are spewing out there. And I'm not acting like them. I'm standing up to them for once, which you as a pussy won't do.
Is it my 2 minutes now?
Are you done? Seth?
For
Okay.
this second.
Go
yeah.
ahead, John. 2 minutes and go.
I don't blame you for not wanting to live around that stuff. I do not support most of what you're talking about. I'd like to reiterate, as I've told you many times, I am neither left nor right. I believe it's called libertarian. I'm in the middle. I take it issue by issue, and I take it as I see it, and I make up my own mind. Calling me a pussy, saying I have no conviction, I think is completely false, because I do stand by my words. I tell you I'm uneducated on certain things, and I don't talk about it. I'm on here right now talking about your Facebook post because you keep saying, I want America to be great. How is it going to be great if we are 100% divided? That's not great. That's civil war. That isn't great. So how is it going to get any better if you're going to stoop to their level? Because I agree with you. If I were to look at this objectively, and this is only my personal experience for what I see, from friends and family, I see a little bit more, to be blunt, nutty behavior from the left-leaning people that I see than I do from the right-leaning people. So I understand that. But I don't see any gain out of saying, well, they act like fucking jerks. So you know how I'm going to fix it? I'm going to act like a fucking jerk. That is not how it works. That's kindergarten 101. If something is, if a behavior is not acceptable, it's not acceptable across the board. With using that logic that I'm just going to fight fire with fire, then what you're saying is that it would be okay if some crazy ass conservative came along and wiped out some liberal, talking head, just like what happened with Charlie Kirk. And it's not okay. It's not okay at all.
Are you actually keeping time or no?
I am.
Because I'm watching the clock. And it's been over 2 minutes.
Over 2 minutes. It started at 20. It just turned to 22.
Nice.
Which would be 2 minutes.
It
Thank
just
you.
turned. Anyway, don't attack me. I'm being quiet. I'm just sitting back listening.
Yeah, hell of a moderator here.
Do you want me to mute people?
Is it
Go
my
ahead.
turn now?
Go ahead, Seth.
I mean, this is so weird. I mean, this is like, so you want to call yourself a libertarian? All you do is sit in the middle of everything and don't pick a side because, again, you're a pussy. Eventually in life, John, you have to stand up for what is right and what is wrong. You can't just sit there. And sometimes you have to raise your voice. Are you going to interrupt? That's against the rules.
You guys are really going to make me mute you, aren't you?
So you're going to sit there like an ass and just sit down in the middle and say, oh, well, I don't like what you do. I don't like what you do. But I'm just going to sit here and be quiet because you don't have any conviction. I do have conviction. And I'm tired of being run over by the left. I'm tired of being told that I have to accept them being trans and everything else that they want to do. I am tired of that. I am actually standing up for what I believe, which is something apparently you know nothing about. I am standing up. I'm sorry, you do. You understand how to get rid of your season tickets for Browns. Finally, after 20 years, you figured out they fucking suck. But I stand up for what I want in life, and I'm going to stand up for what I want for my child. I don't want my child being taught by somebody at college who believes that Charlie Kirk should have been shot in the neck and bled out and then cheered for. I don't want to hear that kind of garbage anymore. And for once, we do need to stand up. And if it means a civil war, then maybe that's what it means. Because at some point, you have to be on the side of something that is good. And the left doesn't want me to do that. The left won't let me do that. They tell me that I have to accept them. I don't have to accept you. I don't have to like you. And I certainly don't have to like your beliefs of murder. And we have a politician here, a judge in Ohio, that said shitty things about Charlie Kirk dying. He's supposed to be impartial. We're having a guy on Bob's show tomorrow who's running for the Attorney General of Ohio who also said, fuck Charlie Kirk. And these are people that are out there. There are teachers. There are doctors. There are lawyers. There are TV people. Yesterday, ABC News said the text between the assassin and his boy girlfriend was touching and loving, instead of saying this guy's an asshole for killing somebody. If you want to be on that side or you want to accept that side, you go ahead and do it. But I'm not going to do that anymore. And I think all the people on the right should stand up and actually say something instead of sitting there down the middle like a leftist fucking pussy would or a libertarian would. Because it's bullshit. You ain't going to win an election. You're going to sit there and just watch us take over. Because you have no conviction.
Well, then, first of all, I would like to say, yeah, I'm definitely 100% against murder, and what happened to Charlie Kirk is fucking disgusting. It's basically, it's just an extreme example of trying to silence someone's freedom of speech. If we're going to talk about conviction, and if you guys, the left and right are so different, I do believe that you fired your previous co-host because he disagreed with you, so thereby shutting up his freedom of speech. You didn't like what he had to say, so you shut him up. If you'd also like to talk about conviction, the things that I am passionate about, I actually do act on. For example, I would say the biggest example is advocacy for homeless pets. I donate my time to charity events. I donate my money to charity events. To date, my wife and I have covered the adoption fee for 6 difficult-to-adopt dogs, not just a $20 donation here, but covering their adoption fees. I'm currently in the process of starting a side musical project where every single penny that I get from booking and from donations is going to a local animal shelter that night. So to me, that's having conviction. What have you done for your beloved conservative party? Have you gone to your local politician's office and said, hey, I'm fighting this? Have you gone to a rally? Have you put money behind the campaign? Or have you just sat behind a fucking microphone and yelled at people? Because don't tell me about conviction if that's all the fuck you've done, because I do have conviction. and I've acted on it. Have you?
Hey,
Time,
dumbass,
time.
way to change the world with your fucking pets. I'm happy for you. I have adopted 3 cats and a dog. Way to go. Glad you're changing the world. And have I been to a rally? Fuck yeah, I've been to a rally. I've been to numerous rallies. I work for the goddamn Republican Party. I have a friend who fucking works as the executive director of the fucking Medina GOP. I work with the Strongsville GOP. I work with a lot of these people. I've been to many rallies, many politicians' rallies. You want to know them all? You want me to list them all? It's what I do and have done for a living for the past 20 years of my life. So don't tell me about conviction. And way to go. Way to post you didn't like Charlie Kirk stuff. I'm sorry, there's a picture of a fucking dog or something on your fucking page. I'm telling you, you have no conviction for anything. You want to sit there like half of America does and want to stick your head in the sand and not do anything about it. You want to adopt dogs? That's fine. I'm very happy. I think it's a noble cause. I'm not being shitty about that. I think it's great. But does it do anything? No. You're going to sit in this country, you're going to ride the line like you say you want to do, and have no conviction on how this country is going to be run. You're going to let the left take over. You're going to let teachers teach people that it's okay to shoot you in the neck if you want to have your way. You're going to just sit there and idle by like you normally do. That doesn't do any good. And if you want to say that my microphone doesn't do any good, it may not. But it may take one person that hears this show and says, you know what? I'm going to change my point of view because he's right. Because killing babies and mutilating children and everything else is not good for America. And it's not good for just normalcy. It's not even normal.
Flip. Go ahead, John.
If you've done all this stuff, why don't you ever talk about it? You only bring it up when you're attacked. So I go and by the way, just have it. Oh, I've got a buddy who does this. That and so I've got friends that fix cars. Does that make me a fucking car mechanic? No. So I want to hear about it. You bring it up. It's convenient for you to bring it up now, but maybe bring it up at other times, because then I wouldn't have asked the question. I wouldn't have asked the. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about.
What?
You claim they are intolerant, but your very first comment after my 2 minutes was "you fucking dumbass," and now it's "I'm throwing the bird." It's immature. It gets fucking nowhere, and all you're doing is fighting hate with hate, which is not how you change things. It's not how you quote unquote make America great again. Be better than them. That's why I don't post about it, because I'm not going to play into that shit. I'm not going to play into the hate and the angry rhetoric, man. And that's why I post on your stuff, because I think you are better than that. You are more educated, more well-spoken, and you know what you're talking about on these issues. But you don't come across sounding like that when you just spout like a dummy. And that's my point. Why? What is it gaining you? It's not gaining anything. It's just adding to the problem.
I see that I'm unmuted. Is
You're
it my time?
unmuted. Go ahead, Seth.
Okay, you're going to mute his sorry ass, or is he going to be able to interrupt me like he did last time?
I've been muting back and forth.
He's not muted now.
What do you get mad at me for?
Okay.
I'm muting everybody as we go.
So John wants to sit here. He's mad at me because I don't brag about what I've done, because that's what I need to do. I need to brag about where I've gone and what I've supported and everything else. I think that's pretty shitty and pretty kind of small of him to think that I need to sit here and brag about anything. I don't need to brag about adopting animals. I adopted 3. Actually, I've adopted 4, and I had one that passed. I adopted 5. How many animals do you want me to adopt? I adopted a fucking barn. I adopted a turtle. I adopted a rabbit. I adopted all kind of shit. You proud of me now? You need me to brag about it? I need to brag about what I've done in life. And I am proud to say that I am an American that wants to stand up, as opposed to just sitting here and appease the left like they want me to do forever. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to sit and listen to Obama tell me to hate the police. I'm not going to sit here and have Clinton get his dick sucked, but then they want to kill Trump for going out with somebody different. I mean, fuck the left and fuck you. And if you want to take offense to it and you want to be sad about it, you want to call me immature, fine. But at least I'm trying to change the outlook on this country, because I don't like it. I don't like the way it's headed. And you know what? Your pets ain't going to live another 10 years when the left takes over again.
That's fine.
I did brag about my cookware. Simple as that. And I'm proud of that shit.
The cookware is pretty funny.
Somebody tried to kill me. You know who's going to kill John? Nobody. The dog catcher.
Don't you think that that's kind of a good thing? I'm kind of glad I'm not in the path of a bullet.
I want it. Bring it on.
Don't say that. Don't fucking antagonize the idiots that'll actually do it. They already tried to fucking gash out of your house.
Yeah. America's first meg. If John was sincere, he'd be private messaging.
What
You mean instead of being on the show?
What does that mean?
Well,
I'll put it
I
up.
think you can. Yeah, there we go. I think you can ask Chris that I'm 100% sincere, and I've said all this in private. So,
Because you're a lightweight. You don't care that much.
I really
You really
don't.
don't.
Because
That's fine. If you don't care about the country,
I do care
that's
about the
fine.
country.
You can sit. You don't. You care about your dogs and your cats, which is fine. It's fine. I don't care. And look, you have a beautiful family. I'm telling you. The kid that you keep posting pictures of, beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm very proud of you and happy for you. And I think you do a great job on the show when you give us the Browns report and stuff like that. I think that's great. But I don't think you really care about the country because you just want to sit there, put your head in the sand, ignore it, watch whatever you want to watch on TV, listen to some Dream Theater, and have a good night. And I get that. You know, I know people like that. My wife sometimes doesn't like to get involved. She wants to sit and watch TV and play on her phone. But this is my life. And I want stuff to be better. And I'm not going to live very long. I know that. But I want people to get back to normalcy, which is not what's going on right now. And I'm not going to sit back and just watch it go down without saying something. I'm not going to sit and watch pigs cheer for the death of somebody. I'm not. I can't
my
do
issue
that.
is your method of delivery. Because like right now,
what method would you prefer,
what you're
John?
doing right now, calm, rational discourse. I mean, let's face it.
Calm, rational discourse doesn't work with people that shoot you in the fucking neck.
Again, you can't just give into it like that. I mean, look, everybody is, on the right is celebrating Charlie Kirk because of the fact that he went, to college campuses and all these different events that he organized, and he talked to people face to face in a civil discord. I mean, he beat them down logically, made them look like idiots, sure, but it was civil discourse, excuse me. And that is the way to go about this. If someone else is acting like an asshole, the way you win is to not be the asshole. And to celebrate Charlie Kirk the way that the right is, I think the way to really hammer that point home is for other people to act that way and not give in to what happened.
Okay, look, in case you haven't noticed, John, I'm not Charlie Kirk, and I do a podcast, and I don't want to see cities burned to the ground like they did when the left decided to elevate George Floyd to saint status. Yes, we are different people. Don't you see you're proving my point? We are different people. The right are different. I'm not out there yelling and screaming, burning shit down. I'm on a podcast giving my opinion, or on Facebook giving my opinion. I have been shouted out. I have been put down. I have been called a Nazi. I've been called a fascist. Half these people that use the word fascist don't even understand what it means. And they're calling me names, and they're putting me, and I'm tired of that. And again, I'm not Charlie Kirk, and God, man, I wish I was, because that guy had faith and he had convictions, and he was able to do it in a way that I'm not able to do. I am angry. I'm angry that they took him out. I'm angry that they continue to fight this Republican Party and try to do things that are just horrible to this country. I'm sorry that I don't do it the way that you happen to like it. But instead of sitting there and not talking about it.
Isn't that a two-way street? You don't like that he doesn't do it the way you want, or the other way around. He doesn't like it the way that you're doing it, but you don't like the way he's doing it.
I don't care what John does. It doesn't matter to me. I never said I didn't tag him in a post saying John is an idiot for the way that he's handling this. He's the one that commented on my post. I didn't bring Jon Drake into this even a little bit. I don't care what John does. If John wants to ignore it and sit there and play fucking video games all night long, it doesn't matter to me. But if you're going to get involved, you're going to call me a right-wing extremist, which is, oh, by the way, what he did,
I used.
Then you're wrong.
That is not the term I used.
Because I'm not. I'm a guy that loves his fucking
I called
country.
you an extremist. I did not call you a right-wing extremist. And I defined.
What do you think you meant
I defined
by that,
my
John?
term right in your post. Go ahead. Again, Seth, if you're going to have this conversation, read things and use literacy.
Okay, well, you know that I'm not left-wing. You know that I'm not anything other than a right-wing guy. And you're going to sit there and call me an extremist. I'm not an extremist. I didn't call for the murder or hurt of anybody. I didn't say that at all. What I said was I don't want to be around people that think that way. I don't want to be around people that think it's all right to murder children. I don't want to be around people that think it's okay to mutilate kids, to change their gender at 8 years old. I don't want to be around people that think that way. I don't want to be around people that actually will sit there and praise a guy getting shot in the neck and die right in front of him on live streaming. I don't want to be around people like that. What's wrong with that? I don't want to be around people that started a GoFundMe account for a guy that stabbed a girl in the neck on a train while other people watched. I don't want to be around that. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with pointing it out that it's not the right doing that? It's not. It's not the right who does that kind of
Well,
stuff.
as I said,
it's the
in the
left.
post, I said, I call anyone on either side an extremist if they hold the view that, quote unquote, the other side is 100% wrong all the time, no matter what. That's an incorrect and extreme viewpoint. So I did not call you a right-wing
So
extremist.
tell me what I've been wrong about. Is it the illegal immigration I'm wrong about? Is it the stabbing in the neck that I'm wrong about? Well, tell me what I'm wrong about.
The extremist thing. When you are 100% on one side or the other, that is an extreme viewpoint. That is an extremist by definition. That is why I use the term. I did not say right-wing extremist because that sort of ideology exists on both sides. Again, I understand where you're coming from. A lot of the stuff I agree with you on. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And so it's just, I don't see where all this spewing of anger and stuff is going to get us. I mean, it's to me, that's like saying, well, because they loot and riot and stuff, like, well, then next time we get fucked, we're going to loot and riot. Like, no, it's not.
I never said that. I said that we're better than that, didn't I?
Yes,
Isn't that what I just said? Is we're doing vigils and they're out there looting and taking Nikes when somebody dies.
What I'm saying, though. You're accusing them of a certain behavior and you're doing it yourself. It doesn't work that way. That's my problem.
What am I accusing them? What am I accusing them of doing that I've done myself? I'm not looting. I'm not rioting. I'm not doing anything. I'm not calling for violence. I'm not doing any of that. What I am accusing them of is what they are doing. It's fact, not feelings, fucking John. It's fact. I agree with Seth. I don't want to be around those people either.
Go back to your post.
We are free to decide that. Most people stay quiet like John, but look where it has gotten us. LGBTQ, going after kids, BLM, burning down cities over things. The government. Hey, dude, what are you doing? You're calling me something that I'm not. Why? Because I'm angry? Because I'm supposed to be angry. It's my fucking country
you're missing
too.
The point again. In your post, you said that you're tired. You're tired. See, you can't. This is the exact problem.
Because you're not listening. You're not making any goddamn sense, John. You're accusing me of something I haven't done.
No, because
shut his fucking mic off or take him off my show.
You're going to listen to this because it's your word.
Okay, did you hear me? I swear to God, I'll walk off my own show.
Because I'll keep talking. All right.
See ya.
He his own words.
Take him off my show, Chris. I swear to God, I'm not coming back.
In that post said he's tired of being shouted down.
Calm down, boys.
He's tired of being shouted down. You're tired of being shouted at.
No, because I'm tired of you saying something that doesn't make any goddamn sense. What have I done?
Finish the point.
Yeah.
And then
your post.
He hasn't made a point
because
yet.
You won't shut the fuck up. You said in your post, you're tired of being shouted.
You have been invited on the Seth Williams show. You either play by my rules
or
I
would play by the rules of the conversation. And so there you go. Yeah, in your post, you said that you are tired of being shouted at, screamed at, shouted down, yada, yada. But what are you doing right now? You are screaming at, shouting other people down.
I'm shouting at an idiot.
Are you or not? Answer the question. Are you or are you not shouting at, screaming people down? Being me.
What do you mean?
Are you or are you not screaming at me and shouting me down? Are you or are you not?
Because
no.
Okay. To have a discussion.
If you can't say yes, and you say, well, because that means you are admitting that you are doing that, which means you are.
Hello,
you are
you haven't
behaving
what I'm doing. You haven't answered my question
because you're not answering mine. You are behaving
in
the fashion.
Answer my question.
You are behaving in the fashion that you crucified in your own words. That is hypocrisy.
All right, let him respond, John.
I posted what I posted because this is what I don't like about the country, and I'm tired of being told that I have to accept it. When I get an idiot like John on here who's saying that I'm acting like them, it doesn't make any sense. If I was acting like them, I would have shot John in the neck. If I was acting like them, I would have burned down a city when Charlie Kirk died, and I would have taken some shoes out of a fucking window because that'll solve everything. I would have burned down a Wendy's and had a celebrity bail me out. That's what I would have done. What am I doing other than saying I don't want to live around people like that? And I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to take it anymore from people like you who will sit on the fence on everything and not say anything other than, the Browns are pretty rough. Huh? There's a 5-minute report about the Browns sucking. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about my country because I love it and I want it back. And the people that are on the left are trying to take it from me. They are taking away opportunities. They are taking away children. They are taking away freedoms. And then they blame the right for it. No more. It ain't going to happen anymore. And I'm not acting like anybody. I haven't done anything violent. I would never even call for violence. But what I am going to say is I'm not going to put up with it. And I'm sure as hell not going to put up with you accusing me of acting like them when I haven't done anything. You want to come on here and have a real discussion? Please do. But you're going to accuse me of shit that I haven't done. You're going to call me an extremist. An extremist? What do I do? What do I do that's extreme? Because I love my family? Because I don't want a fucking murder cheering crowd raising my daughter? No. And I don't have to listen to it anymore. I don't. And I'm not going to put up with people like you who do nothing to care about this country telling me what to do. Accuse me of not going to rallies. Accuse me of not being part of the solution to the problem. I am. And I try every goddamn day. I put up with putting my flag up and have people fucking yell at me for it. And I'm sure as hell not going to put up with you who doesn't want to take a stand on anything telling me how to act. I love you, John. I love the fact that you take care of animals, and I think you're doing a great job with your Browns reports. But I'm not gonna be insulted like that, especially not on my show. I'm not an extremist. I'm somebody who cares and wants this problem to end, the lunacy to end. Because I'm tired of being called a Nazi, which I'm not. I'm tired of being called a racist, a homophobe, a transphobe. I'm not any of those things. They can go fuck themselves, and so can you. And if you want to say that's acting like them, maybe I'll act like that. But fuck that. I'm done.
Are you going to answer my question about the fact that you said that you're acting this way because you got screamed at and shouted down, but you're doing the exact same thing that you got pissed off about? Are you going to answer that?
Fine. I don't care if I shout them down. Fuck that and fuck them and fuck you. I'll shut you down all goddamn day long because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being looked at like I'm less or something evil because what? Because I don't want my child to go to drag queen story hour. I'm not a transphobe or a homophobe. I'm somebody that wants their goddamn country back to being normal.
You're missing the point. You're coming at this like I'm a.
There we go.
Hold on.
I just explained it to him. He still doesn't. He wants another fucking answer. How many answers do you want? I already said it. I'll shout them down. I'll shout you down. Yes, fine. I'm acting like them because nothing else has seemed to work. They're still crazy.
Now we're getting somewhere. You're acting like them. There we go. That's my point. Nowhere in here were we arguing about the individual issues. I mean, that's the thing. You got upset.
I know, because you don't stand up for individual issues.
I have conviction about those. I've talked about them for a minute on this show.
What have you done? What have you done?
I don't get into politics.
Talked about it with the Dream Theater guys.
I fully admit it. I don't pretend to get into it. I would never. And I've been completely transparent, honest about the fact that I don't comment about it because I am uneducated on the issues, except for the ones that mean something to me. I would not jump into that because that is also part of the problem. People that just mouth off online without any concept of the truth of what happened, people posting bullshit on social media with these redacted videos, and all it does, it's like a 15-second clip that could sound terrible, even if the other 10 minutes of the video sound great. They post 15 seconds because it backs up what I believe. So I don't want to do that. And I've been very clear about that. So I'm not arguing with you about the individual issues, Seth. That's not it.
Would you please read the text if you're going to put them up so John actually hears them because he's not even paying attention?
You see them, right, John?
What, with a text?
The things on the screen.
Oh yeah, the chat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Bob, sure, if you want to get into that one, if someone's cheering any death, that's a ticket to being out of my life. Look, I'm in a personal situation right now. I've talked about it on the show, Seth, about, my cousin. He, when Trump got elected, he said if he knows anybody in his life who supports Trump, they're cut out, persona non grata, no matter what. And he did it to me because he lumped me in with Trump supporters because I didn't blindly crucify Trump and the right and everything, because I'm doing this. It's like the libertarian thing. I see both sides. And now, and I haven't had contact, and it breaks my heart, until last week when I had, him and other people related to him on the side of, maybe Charlie Kirk deserved it. I'm like, well, I'm really not initiating contact. My life's great, dude. I don't need that kind of darkness. So I'm not arguing the individual points with you, Seth. And
can I ask you a question? What does that text even mean? There's like 17 people in America that fits Seth's description of people he doesn't want to be around. I hate to tell you, but I could find 17 people in 35 seconds on my first page on Facebook that are exactly what you're describing, what I don't like. I can go to X right now and read them off for the next 2 hours of this show of people that are the description of what I don't like. I mean, again, libertarians, you can do whatever the hell you want. You don't pay attention to shit anyways. You think you're going to win an election with a green ticket.
We're never going to. No.
You're wasting your votes, and quit wasting it when I'm trying to win something for this country.
I never said we were going to win an election. I mean, this is the thing, Seth. Like, I came on here to actually discuss these things, and I'm not, again, that's why I'm not arguing individual issues with you. That wasn't the point. That's not the point at all. It's your delivery of your message, because again,
what delivery would you
Seth,
prefer, John?
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, thanks everybody. I hope you have a great day. If you like killing babies, it's okay. If you like illegals coming in, fine. Hey, if you got a dick and you want to change around my daughter, please go ahead. What delivery would you like? What delivery would make you happy, John? The angry one doesn't seem to work for you. The one that's scared for America doesn't seem to work for you. So what delivery would you like? Hey, let's have a discussion. Do you think maybe it's wrong for your penis to be in my daughter's face while she's changing your clothes? Is that the delivery you would like, John? What delivery would you like? Would you like me to go up to one of these fucks
I can
and say
exactly what I would like?
No, hang on. Would you like me to go up to one of these fucks and say, hey, I really didn't appreciate the way that you said that Charlie Kirk died and you were so happy about it. I didn't really appreciate Mr. Guy who was standing there grabbing his neck and pretending to bleed out and then fell onto the ground because you're doing an imitation of Charlie Kirk being murdered. I mean, what would you like? Sir, but I appreciate your opinion. This is something that we should discuss. What approach would you like, John?
I would love to have my older brother on the show because he agrees with you 100%, and he goes about it just the way you described as a joke. He actually does communicate with people that way. He does discuss calmly and rationally, and he's got facts upon facts upon facts and just destroys people with them. But he has an open dialogue, and he doesn't get worked up. He doesn't overreact. And the reason being, he knows it's not going to get him anywhere. And also, I believe this as well. If someone's up in your face yelling and screaming and just being a jerk off, and you're just hitting them calmly with facts and facts and facts, you're the winner. And that's ultimately what you want. Yes, you are.
No, you're not.
Because people look at that in a vacuum and they
there
go,
are no. Dude, don't you understand? We are at a point in this country where there is no winners and
you're
losers.
missing my point. Again, yes.
No, I'm not
You're
missing your
letting
point. Talking rationally isn't going to help, and yelling and screaming
Hold on.
isn't going to help. Neither one is going to help.
Making the point and then tear it down.
Seth, this is what I'm saying.
It's hard
Because you keep going back to, but our country, this and the issues, this, that, and the other. I'm not talking about that. Anytime, if I'm communicating with somebody, like if I didn't know you, and I was just if Aiken was like, hey, I do this thing called the Seth Williams Show, and this guy disagrees, you should come on and talk to him. If you were talking to me this way and I didn't know you, I'd think you were a fucking idiot, because you can't sit there and converse calmly, rationally. Well, anytime, okay, but
I've done that.
When people act that way, the general reaction is to go, that guy's a fucking idiot. No matter what you're saying, no one listens to you. And I'm not saying you in general. I mean, I'm not saying you.
Oh, I can see a lot of people that are listening right now, and most of them agree with me.
I don't give a shit. I didn't come on here to be liked. I didn't come on here to go, get my side. That's not the point. I'm saying, like, dude, you know what you're talking about, and your point is lost in a vacuum when you're just screaming at people.
No, my point has been lost in a vacuum when I sit there and I do nothing like you do. My point is lost in a vacuum when I sit there and talk calmly to somebody who doesn't agree with me, because you know what? It's not going to change their mind. Either is yelling. But you know what's going to be effective to me to get my point across? Again, hello, don't I get to finish my point, Chris? Come on, fucking moderator.
If neither's going to work, why take the asshole route?
See? All right, well, I guess we get to continue to listen to John. So, go ahead.
I'm pushing 400
What
buttons.
else you got? I mean, do we have the whole fucking day to listen to John? I mean, the show's only so long. And it continues on Minds too?
This is the Minds content.
So, again, I'm going to ask you, what do you think is going to change people's minds? Nothing. Nothing. The calm, rational tone that apparently you and your brother like to take isn't going to work. Is not going to change people's minds. The yelling and screaming is not going to change people's minds. I can't hear you because I'm talking.
I'm going to throw a rare comment in here in this thing. If nothing's going to change their mind, then why try?
I'm not trying. You didn't hear me try to change anybody's minds in my post. What you heard me say is I'm fucking fed up. No, see, this is what is so confusing to me about this comment and what John is trying to say. I'm not trying to change anybody's minds. Not at all. You think I'm going to change anybody's minds? No. You think any of these idiots are going to listen to me and say, yeah, I'm going to, oh my God, Seth seems right because he's talking calmly or he's mad. It's not going to happen. What I'm telling you is I am fed up. I am fed up with being told how I should think by the left, and that what I believe is being a Nazi or being a fascist. I am tired of people saying that it's okay to murder somebody. I am tired of it. I'm fed up, and I don't want to put up with it anymore. I don't. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. You think I'm going to change an idiot like this mind? This guy, John, you think I'm going to change any of his mind by doing anything, talking calmly or yelling? No. His mind is made up to not pay attention to shit, and he doesn't even know the issues, so he can't argue.
That's incorrect.
But you think I'm going to make the guy that says he's happy that Charlie Kirk was murdered? Do you think I'm going to change his mind?
Let's be clear, that wasn't John.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to change it when I'm being calm. I'm not going to be changing it when I'm being mad. But I am allowed to go online or wherever it is I want to go and say that I'm fed up with it, and I'm tired of being treated like garbage by the left. I am. I'm tired of being treated like garbage. And if John doesn't like the way that I do it, my method of doing it, then don't like it. Dude, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. You don't want to be my friend? Don't be my friend. I mean, I love you. I mean, I wish we would, but I don't care. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to have my cats, my dog, my food, my TV. I'm still going to live my life. And I'm going to live my life if nobody listens to the show, and I'm still going to want to do it. But if you don't like my method, if you think I'm an extremist, why bother? Why'd you come on here? To tell me that you don't like my message or the way that I deliver it? So what? I've tried many different delivery methods. None of them are going to work on any of them. I'm telling you that I'm fed up, and if I have to point out their idiocy, that's what I'm going to do.
Well, I will. First of all, we're fine with our friendship, okay? I've told you many times, talking to me is like talking to Aiken. This is not personal. I
never thought I understood why Chris Aiken punched you in the face, and now I'm sitting there going, I gotta get that now, dude.
Look, I'm going to disagree with you when you say no. Of course,
that, by the way.
I'm not, fucker.
Brian from Tennessee, RIP.
There is no fix. Bob Chirillo's is right.
Yeah,
there is no
I wanted
fix.
to disagree with something you said. Like you had said, that coming at me or yelling or conversing with me, like you said, it's not going to change my mind because my mind is just made up to no. And see, that's where you're wrong. And I think that's where I'm coming from is, because I don't know a lot, I do listen to people on both sides. And, that's why I bring up my older brother because nice RIP Dawg Pound Details. I thought I had a good one today too. But no, like my brother, like
that'll be heard never.
No, but
kidding.
Yeah, dude, like I do listen. And if someone's and it's because I don't lean one way or the other. I want to know these things. And so things that you say, I do listen to you. I definitely do, because you do this for a living and you are kind of on the pulse of things. Regardless of whether or not I think you're extremely to the right or not, I do listen to that. It's why I listen to my brother. I have friends that are very left that are well-spoken about it and very cool about it. I listen to them. So that's why I have an aversion to handling it just so brashly and extremely screaming at people, because there are people like me who are listening and are trying to educate themselves. And I think when someone has the base of knowledge that you have, I think your message gets muted when you're just kind of screaming at it.
The basic knowledge.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Let's see. Read some of these texts here. It's just vent. Bob is right. Bob is very wise today. It's just venting because it's reaching the boiling point. It is. It's going to boil over, and something's going to happen. And I want to be on the right side of evil here. When God comes down and says, "Hey, those people that like killing babies, step over here," I want to be on the opposite side. And for all these different things, there are millions of people in this country. Tiny percentage of those millions that run their mouths online and say they're happy about someone's murder. I mean, that may be, but there's a lot of them.
Wheel thing.
And
yeah, that's very true.
And it's true. But there's a lot. And there's a lot that don't say it online because they just want to keep their mouths shut because they're afraid of losing their jobs or whatever it is. And that's good. But there's people out there that it could be your neighbor that is thinking these things. I don't want to live next to somebody like that. I don't.
And that's understandable.
Real Jon Drake, stop being so arrogant and self-righteous.
Habu, he said that. Habu, you're going to have to explain that one because I don't know how I'm being arrogant and self-righteous. because I mean, these are my honest to God beliefs.
Because your tone does sound arrogant.
I'm just look, it's not arrogant. I'm using facts.
He said he's
words.
stupid. What more do you want?
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm being as honest as I can be. This is how I converse. This is how I debate. I'm not being self-righteous. It's, I mean, yeah, and see, see, this is a good one too. The government wants the people at each other, then the government can take over. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's a sad state of affairs, man. I mean, it really is. I mean, and again,
so now we're blaming the government for people saying that Charlie Kirk should have died.
Right.
Actually, the one guy said that I wish the bullet went through Charlie Kirk and hit Trump in the face. I mean, that was one of the comments I read today. I mean, a week after he's dead,
I
was murdered, assassinated by a trans-loving terrorist, in my opinion.
It's like I said, dude. Allegedly. I mean, Seth. Like I say, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I mean, I know your stance on things. And
do you agree with ABC that it was a loving, touching text between the assassin and his trans boyfriend?
It's okay.
And it's more like a love story than assassination.
See, now this is a perfect example. See, I tend to take things in a vacuum. There was no fucking reason for them to say that.
You like vacuums a lot.
Well, you accuse me of sucking on the show enough.
What do you do with the hose of a vacuum at night?
Nothing. But yeah, I mean,
we've been married, so I don't know how.
If you could fuck his wife for a vacuum, I guarantee you're not going for the Hoover.
Yeah, right. I definitely punch above my weight class. But yeah,
and that's
a
big weight class, let me tell you.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they even make that comment. Like that's so ridiculous to say, oh, their text messages. Okay. Yeah, they may be, they're very delicate and cool, but who gives a shit? That's not pertinent to what we're talking about. So could they be very loving and shit? Yeah. Okay, whatever. But who cares? I mean,
well, the point of them saying that was that they're saying that it wasn't left-wing ideology that he was after. It was because it's trans stuff, and his boyfriend, girlfriend, she hit, whatever it is, they were in love, and that's what made him mad.
Yeah, but it
which is not true. Well, but
whatever it is, I don't think it serves a purpose. So I agree with you on that. I mean, what is the point of sharing that? I mean, what are they gonna say the same thing about these church shooters and the school shooters? Oh well, he the day before he went and shot up that school, he rounded up his McDonald's order 74 cents to give to the Ronald McDonald Foundation. So he's actually kind of a pretty good dude. Like, no, like what the fuck?
I like that comment.
Nice.
The problem that I have with what happened today, John, and I'm just going to be honest with you, is that I didn't put anything defamatory in my post on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I didn't even have an angry tone, other than the fact that I said that I don't want to be around people that believe in that stuff. And I don't think that that's unfair to say.
I don't either.
I don't want to be around somebody that celebrates murder, that celebrates murdering babies. I don't want to be around people like that. I don't like those things. And I don't want to live next to somebody that believes that it's okay to do those things. And I said that. And I said it's scary to me because those people really worry me. They do. I think there's a mental problem when you believe that somebody should have been killed for giving his thoughts and opinions. I don't want somebody to come in here and kill me, like I said earlier, and because of my thoughts and opinions. Somebody may have tried. I don't know why what happened to me, but somebody may have tried. But I don't want that. But I said in my post was it's scary. It's not normal behavior to think like that. It's not human nature to go, oh my God, this guy who I didn't agree with was shot in the neck on live TV. Let me celebrate. There are people putting confetti in their posts. There are people running for office. There are teachers. There are doctors who are happy that this happened. And my point of my entire post wasn't even angry. It was, I can't live with people like that, and I don't want to. And then when you start accusing me of being extremist and angry and this, that, it wasn't even an angry post. I didn't tell them to go to hell and die. I would never do that. My worst enemies who I hate, I would never wish death on them because I don't think it's right. And I don't want to see them die, but I don't want them around me.
I've done that.
No,
I've wished death on people. I definitely wish people to die in a fire all the time.
I've heard that one. Yeah.
Montel Williams was on TV on CNN last night trying to be relevant again, and he sounded like an ass. I mean, I'm allowed to have my opinion. I'm allowed to post it like they're allowed to post it. If you don't like the way that I do it or the message, I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
Then don't
Well, I mean,
comment.
remember,
like it.
this whole thing started because you said I don't want unity, and the reason that I question that is okay, but on the show in the past you have said, we got to make America great. We should, we can't do this if we're divided and stuff. So I was like, well, that's against what you were saying previously. So I was like, don't give into this, man. Like, that's my point. The rest of your points about not wanting to live next to these people and stuff, that's perfectly fine and acceptable. I mean,
Carmen, Carmen, who I used to work with, posted a thing the other day about all this stuff, and I said, look, man, I'm sorry. I think we are past the point of unity.
Well,
maybe I'll try that.
Nice.
But I said, I think we're past the point of just coming together. And I think we are. I don't think we can make this happen anymore. People are way too radical to come together. It's not going to happen. Never going to happen.
Why rage about it?
And because isn't it my right to? They're raging and happy about somebody dying. I can't rage over the fact that I disagree with somebody. Plus, I didn't rage on my post. I'm raging here because John irritated the shit out of me. But that's not a matter of I never said on here that I hate anybody, but I'm not going to live next to somebody like that. I don't want unity with these people. I don't think you can have it. And I think we're past the point of making that work. And so what is the next step? Do we divide states and say, hey, you feel this way, go over here? Well, I don't want that. You can want that all you want. But do we divide up? Do we just say, hey, look, man, sorry, we can't agree on stuff. You got to go over here, and you go over there. What do we do? Because we can't live together.
As long as I don't have to go anywhere hot.
We can't. We're not going to be able to live together. It's not going to happen. Look, millions of people did wake up. Charlie Kirk's Instagram went from 2 million to 12 million. Kids, I heard interviews today, started going to church who have never even thought about opening a Bible. So what do? We can't live together. It's pointless. What's your solution, John? Everybody be nice to each other?
You want the truth?
Even in the caveman days, that didn't work. Truth? People were clubbing each other and taking each other's wives. Not everybody can be together.
I have found that you never achieve anything by yelling and screaming and throwing a fit.
So what is your solution? Talk isn't doing anything. It hasn't done anything. In fact, the past 10 years have shown us that talk isn't doing shit. We've gotten worse.
We don't have any other choice, Seth.
Let me jump in on the other side of it. We just had a guy that was taken out using the other method, and that didn't fix anything either. It just woke up the other side even more.
Mm-hmm.
It woke the other side up. It woke the other side up to be ready for violence. We're moving toward violence. Instead of wishing and hoping that you guys are both doing that there's not going to be violence, accept it. There's going to be blood in the streets. There's going to be left versus right. There's going to be black versus white. That's all coming, and it's coming fast, and everybody needs to be armed up and ready to fucking defend themselves. There's no more need for words. There's no more need for words. The words aren't going to make... The only word you need to have in your arsenal is, do I have more bullets when I run out of these? That's it. That's where we are.
But you may be right, Chris. You may be right. But I'm not going to call for that. I don't want to call for that. I'm sure John doesn't want to see that. I know you guys don't.
But it's what's going to happen.
I mean, you're a different breed, Chris, and that's fine. But I don't think John and I want to see violence in the streets. But I don't think his method either is going to work if we just talk. It's not. And I didn't put anything out there on Facebook today that was, again, mean, disparaging, or anything else. All I said was, I'm not going to live with people like that. I don't want to be around them. And if you took it that way, that I was raging, there was no rage. But I'm not going to be put down anymore. I'm not going to be called a Nazi. I'm not going to be called all these things that I'm not, just because they want to have the right to do it. No more. So I am angry. I'm pissed. Because I know that, people see me being called a Nazi or a fascist or a homophobe, transphobe. My daughter sees that stuff. I mean, that's not fair to me. I'm none of those things. I'm not a racist.
I think that's why it rolls off my back. I mean, And sadly, I think I kind of agree with Chris. I can, if you use logic and extrapolate out where this is going, I don't think Chris is wrong. Unfortunately, I wish he was. But for me, like the whole just talk to people thing, we talked earlier, getting on each other about you have conviction. I mean, that's why I act this way, because I do have conviction in this. I don't. There's no other way for me to.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know, but I know that I'm going to continue to act this way, in the hopes that more and more people will finally get the idea that the way it's going is not working, and division and whatnot is just not good. Like, you can disagree, but you don't have to be 100% divided like we are. It's like, so that's my conviction, is to just stay cool. Don't let cooler heads prevail, man. It's because it's
okay. So if I'm come up to you and I say, I think it's great that Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck, and I'm hoping that Donald Trump is next, because they're making lists out there of people that they want murdered.
Mhm.
I've seen them. And so if I come up to you and I tell you who I think, and your response to me is, well, I really don't think you should be doing that, buddy. We can agree to disagree on this one. Do you think that's going to change their minds? Do you think that's going to help the situation? What do you think is actually going to help the situation, John? Instead of saying that you're just going to sit back and just be calm and cool, what do you think is going to help the situation? Because that's not going to help. They're not going to change their minds on that. They're going to walk away from you and laugh. And then what good is it going to do?
Laugh. I mean,
we have to have somebody doing something.
It's like I said, Seth, like let them laugh. That's like you said.
But it doesn't change what they're doing. It doesn't change.
But I look at people like that are just trying to get under my skin. I'm like, you're a moron. I have no respect for people like that. It's like, you said that people are online calling you a transphobe and a homophobe and a Nazi and all this stuff. And I look at that and I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't respect stupid, ignorant, uneducated people. If you're just going to call me names, that's not an argument. We're not fixing anything. So I will present logic and everything. And some people may listen. Most people probably will not. And that's fine. That's how it is. I'm also a big, believer in consider the source. I know people that are like complete and total morons. I don't listen to a thing they say. I may be friends with them online, but I don't sit there and take them seriously, and their words don't affect me. Especially, a perfect point is as soon as I see someone calling someone on the right a Nazi or saying Donald Trump is Hitler, I shut them out immediately, because that is one of the most offensive, uneducated, ridiculous comments anyone can ever make. It is offensive to the memory of the Holocaust, the victims and the survivors of the Holocaust. It's fucking disgusting. And people who use that terminology need to go take a goddamn history lesson and realize that what they're saying is absolutely untrue and completely fucking ridiculous. But if I use those words to them, then they just start fighting. So what do? I go, okay. Yeah, so you need a history lesson, and so if you would research it, you'd understand that what you're saying is not correct. And I just leave it at that.
So what I'm going to tell you is that if that's the way you want to handle things, that's fine. I have a different way of handling things. The way that you're going to handle things, nothing's going to happen. Like we said earlier, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Right, Chris? That's what you said. And if we have enough people maybe coming up on the right now who are the squeaky wheel, maybe we'll get some grease. But sitting there and doing nothing and just letting it go down and letting these people do what they want to do and just have to accept it is not going to change anything. There should be consequences for their actions. When you go online and say, I'm happy somebody got murdered, then you have consequences to that. And free speech only goes so far. God only knows. I mean, I could get in trouble for anything that I say. Happens. And I hope not. But I'm not advocating for murder. I'm not advocating for somebody to die. I'm not happy when somebody dies. I don't even know what Joe is saying. So controversial, Seth. I don't even know what that means. You're so controversial. I'm not trying to be controversial, dick.
I think he was joking.
Just trying to make a point.
I think he was joking, Seth. I think he was joking. No, I mean, and Seth, you're not wrong. I mean, again, me being on the fence, I understand what you're saying. And
I'm not going to change anything, but maybe enough people will change.
By
things.
yelling?
By sitting back like John, what's going to change?
Let me just be the
Chris?
radical here for a minute. You know what would change this? Not
Shooting
necessarily
people.
shooting them, but making sure that they know they're on a list to be shot.
All right, John, can we maybe agree that that's a little bit too much?
It may be too much, but I'm not wrong. People
That's-
will think twice about running their fucking mouth if they expect that it's going to get them a bullet in their fucking brain. Look at how many people immediately after Charlie got shot were like, is anybody else going to go out there? Who's going to risk their life to do it next?
Yeah.
You know, that was the immediate reaction. So if people have that fear, I'm not necessarily for shooting people. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I will if I have to. I was trained to do it, so I certainly would if I have to. All that being said, if people had some fucking fear in their life, some real fear that if they barked out the wrong thing, that they might get a fist in their fucking face, or they might lose some goddamn teeth, or they might breathe hard for 3 months because I break their goddamn ribs. Guess what? They're not going to approach me anymore with their fucking chitter chatter. They're going to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And I think
Still not going to
Well,
change their
see,
mind.
I'm not trying to change their minds. I know they're
Yeah.
fucking useless. I know they're useless. I'm not trying. This is like trying to teach a retard not to eat a bag of pennies. You're not going to do it. They're going to eat pennies as long as you give them a bank bag full. They're going to keep on fucking ingesting them and thinking that they're candy. That's what retards
I don't
do.
think the show-
And these people
I don't
are
think the show will be on the
these
radio.
people are fucking retards of life. They don't have a feeling of compassion. They don't have a feeling of empathy. They don't have a feeling of anything other than the one thing that they're never treated to, that has caused them to be this kind of fucking bold, which is nobody ever, when they said something stupid, cracked them in the fucking mouth and shut them up. That's what we need now. Somebody to get physical and crack people in the fucking skull. Hit them in the face until that fucking nose ring fucking breaks their goddamn septum. Fuck them.
well,
just real quick, what does this mean? I've received 100 messages today with restream chat. Is that good? Do we
I
win a
don't know what
prize or
that
something?
is, but we'll take it.
Do we get money?
yeah.
Seth Williams 32 on Venmo. If you agree with
Hey,
everything
by
that
the
I've
way,
said.
it's on the scroll.
There you go.
Yeah, it's on the screen. Good. Seth Williams 32 on Venmo. If you agree with everything that I've said, you think John's a moron, donate at least $10.
Everybody's
Yeah,
agreeing with me.
Yeah, I think to Chris's point, and I mean the consequences. I think that's a big issue because in my experience, I think that people on the right are more fervent in their beliefs than those on the left, and that's my personal experience. Well, hold on a second. That's my personal belief, and I don't know why you would disagree with that. By the way, that means
Can I tell you why?
like, the right is
You don't
more
think
fervent.
the right is more steadfast in their beliefs, Seth, than the left?
That's what I'm saying.
I think it definitely goes both ways. I mean, I don't remember the last time the right was shooting at
No.
Well,
Well,
but
that's the
that's-
extremist, though.
But that's where I'm going with it, Chris.
the left. Seems to be pretty fervent on their.
Well, but
Hold on,
beliefs.
that's
John,
actually
hold
where
on. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, John. What you're saying is, in issue to issue, conservatives are more convicted to their stance on their issues.
in my
They
personal
don't want
experience,
trans people in the bathrooms. They don't want, whatever.
Okay, the media
And I
the,
agree with that.
Well,
the media,
where
the
I was
media and the
going-
left wing politicians, along with their minions, are in lockstep nonstop. Why do you
but
think
let
we
me-
have so much infighting in the Republican Party?
well,
The
but
media, the politicians on the left and their minions out there are lockstep. They put memos out that they all follow. I mean, it's no, I
but
don't
that's
agree with that.
conviction in their party, not in the issues.
yeah, and Seth, where I was going with that was to say, to Chris's point about consequences and stuff, and the reason I say more conviction and whatnot. So, I think it's fair to say that when you have these kind of major events, like Portland and all these different, like the riots and all those sorts of things, I think we can agree. It's come from from the left. I think we would agree on that. And when you see something like January 6th, which was the conservatives. All of a sudden, they come out of the woodwork. Did you see? I mean, they're still talking about that 2 years later. That's one event, but you don't see anybody still talking about, the right's not still talking about, oh well, the George Floyd riots. No, it's done. I mean, it comes up if you're arguing with somebody, but January 6th continues to come up, and it's just, and I'll even go and on a personal level, I had friends and family that I argued with about the whole Black Lives Matter thing. And they had never said boo about that sort of shit before, ever. And all of a sudden, they're all up in arms. This is a crisis. This is so bad. If you don't agree with it, you're evil, all this kind of stuff. And I said, man, you're not going to be talking about this in a month. If less than that, you don't actually give a shit. You've never talked about it before. You're not going to fucking talk about it after. And they just absolutely vilified me for saying so. What happened a month later? Nothing. Have they said anything since then? Nothing. Not a thing. But when I talk to people like you or like my older brother, who are very, and I would say, I'll use that term extremist again, very extremely on the right side. You guys don't waver. You've always had, I have this belief, it's going to stay this way, it will stay this way. So that's why when I say, I feel, at least in my personal experience, that the people that I know that are on the right are a little more fervent in their beliefs than the ones on the left. That's where I'm coming from. There is no wavering. It's, I fucking believe this, and it's not changing. And it actually means something. It's not just, the soup du jour of the fucking day. Like, oh, look at this social cause. I care so much. Like, do you really? I mean, do you really?
That is true. Dems have the media to keep things alive. Is Joe Rico one of your
He's a CMS dude.
He's a CMS guy, so he likes the classic metal show?
Yeah.
Go back and listen to some fucking metal music and keep out of this conversation. You're fucking sounding like an idiot and I don't like you.
Yeah, I'll put his message up for you, Seth.
Go listen to some fucking, Molly Hatchet or something and, come back when you actually want to have an adult conversation about adult things. I'm sure there's some AC/DC records or maybe some Kiss that you might like and go hang out with them.
Molly Hatchet.
We don't do that on the show.
Go listen to the fucking Strawberry Alarm Clock, damn you.
Yeah, bitch. Some Blue Cheer on.
Yeah. No, I mean, and Seth, I mean, you asked the question, like, what's going to change it? I don't know.
Nothing.
And that's why, going back to the whole point, who's got conviction? I believe acting this way is me being true to what I believe and true to who I am. So I'm going to act that way.
That I want to believe in the way that I want to handle things. I mean,
I can accept. Well, does he have to accept the way that you
do? I have
believe?
to accept the way he wants to do things?
No.
So then,
he
what
didn't
the fuck?
say that you did.
I didn't go on his Facebook page and start running my mouth.
Well, because
but his dogs or his family or anything like that, I didn't go on his Facebook page. He went on mine. He went on mine to talk shit.
I didn't talk
because
shit.
I'm handling things the way that I want to finally handle them.
I said you can't fight hate with hate.
He inserted himself into this conversation.
Well,
I didn't ask him to be a part of it.
Okay, if you don't want people to be a part of the conversation, don't post it online.
Well, I'm allowed to post online to promote the show that I'm going to be doing tonight.
Well, then people are allowed to comment on it.
Okay, maybe I'll go insert myself into some conversations on yours. I'm sure there's some sort of Star Wars content I can put something on.
That's fine. I don't have a problem.
Luke Skywalker is a homosexual, and I hate him.
That's fine.
If you want to get John, you just post pictures of Han taking it in the stomach. All you have to do. You don't even have to put a comment. It'll drive him crazy.
But Seth hates that too.
I do. I really can't get involved in that. I really was upset with that.
Well, then might I suggest that Chevy Chase getting stopped by the police officer for dragging the dog to death? Because that was hysterical. That works on John as well.
No, yeah, that animal violence. Yeah, that's why whenever we talk about and I always say things are almost nothing is black and white to me. The two issues that I reference when I say a black and white issue to me is pedophilia and animal abuse. That is just every single person can say. Even Aiken, as much as he jokes, he's not going to walk around going, "No, abuse animals." I completely support that.
I might.
No, you do not. Aiken probably takes that gun sitting next to him is picking off squirrels and rabbits all day long when he's sitting at home.
You know what? If I lived in the woods, I definitely would, but I don't, so I don't.
No, yeah, I mean, those issues to me are black and white. That's like, because if you're like, no, maybe abusing children, maybe let's discuss that. Like, no, that means you're a pedophile. Get the fuck out. Like, so that's, I always mention those two as examples of, okay, that there's no debate. Otherwise, if you want to kind of, talk about individual issues and debate, I'll talk about all of it.
Habu says, why didn't you just ignore
Jon Drake?
Because when you see somebody that is supposedly your friend, and supposedly your friend, and they are on your Facebook page when you're promoting the show for tonight, and all he wants to do is call you a right-wing extremist and insult you for the comments that you have, then you kind of get hurt a little bit. It kind of like tugs at the heart a little when a friend is the one that's coming down on you like that. I mean, I've never gone onto his page and said, "Oh my God," and I'm not even going to even joke with a comment that I could make, because I respect you and I like you, and I would never go on your page and try to insult you the way that you tried to insult me. And so
I didn't insult
I
you.
find it to be hurtful. I found John's comments to be way out of line, and why do you want to come down on me? I didn't do anything to John. Nothing at all. I should have ignored him, I guess. But I don't ignore friends that are insulting me. I want to know why he's insulting me and why he's coming off so hateful towards me.
Wasn't hateful. I wasn't insulting.
Seems like it.
Well, maybe you got to get some
We could
thicker
probably read
skin,
the comments and
that's
and show
fine.
the hate that was flowing from your fingertips.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine, because there wasn't any.
Oh, there was extremist. I'm a right-wing extremist.
No,
A
you're an
right-wing
extremist.
would take a pipe bomb somewhere and blow stuff up. No, I'm a guy who's trying to make it in this world and is being put down and called names like Nazi and fascist by people that I don't agree with. People that I believe are evil, who like to murder people and babies and mutilate children and have illegals come take our health care and horrible things. But you think I'm an extremist for that. I want a better society, not chaos. And you call me an extremist. And that was insulting and hurtful towards me, which I would never do to you.
Look at Habu. Was this a Howard Stern type scam between you two? No, not at all. Habu, that's one. No, this Habu. No, one thing that Aiken and I can agree on. Like, we both have podcasts. Obviously, his is a million times bigger than mine. Anybody who comes online just trying to do a bit and a character is this fucking stupid. This 100% honest, man. Seth feels that way. I feel this way, and it's. But again, you see, Seth, what we did is, in the end, I win. Because I got you to calm down, and we're talking logically and calmly. And so at the end of the day,
I'm just
you
tired.
did turn out to be wrong, and I turned out to be right.
And I don't want bad radio. And I literally almost got to the point where I was going to walk off my own show, and it was because of you.
Well,
and
maybe
so I decided that was not worth it, because I don't want John taking over my show, because then we'd have 0 listeners, much like the Dream Theater / Star Wars podcast. And so I thought better of it and decided to sit back down in my chair.
Well, maybe because you don't have conviction enough to leave your own show, Seth. I mean, there we go back.
I
with
have
the
conviction enough to toss you off of my own show, but I can't because Chris controls the buttons. Otherwise, you would have been gone like a half hour ago at least.
I wonder whose idea it was for Aiken to take control today. I wonder who made that suggestion.
Yeah, because within the first 10 minutes, it'd have been me and Chris talking about the Browns.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I knew.
We would have been playing Bloom Doggy Details on, instead of having yelling and screaming going on.
Do you have a prediction for this week's game? Hopefully it's not as...
Who they playing?
Seth said 56-3.
Not sure. I don't know who they're playing. Who are they playing?
Green Bay.
Packers.
Oh.
56-3 Browns.
Green Bay. No.
90-2 Browns.
24-3 Browns.
Stop it.
He's like the Bill Swarsky super fans from Saturday Night Live.
Dude, the defense is going to step up this week. There's no doubt.
You are an extremist of bad sports picks.
Dude,
Jesus
Jordan Love
Christ.
is what? Okay.
Mini Ditka 70 tree, God tree. God at least get a field goal.
All right, maybe a little extreme. 24-10. 24-10 Browns.
24-10 Browns.
Who's that guy they got from Dallas?
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Micah Parsons. He's hurt. He's not 100%. He's not going to do anything. And Jordan Love's he's a walking injury, so he's going to get hurt at some point during the first.
Now, Micah Parsons is
of the
taking
game.
the spike in the back, so
Yeah.
he's not wrong about that. Jordan Love is better, I think, than you give him credit for. My problem is with the offense. I think it's going to be like the Baltimore game. And I said this in the Dawg Pound Details we probably won't get to, but the defense is not the problem. The defense kept us in it that first half. But when you're only scoring a field goal on offense, it's not. And that's probably going to happen again this week because Green Bay's defense is even better than Baltimore's. The only advantage we have this week is the fact that we're at home, and maybe that'll get them some juice. It's not a road game.
Browns are going 0-17.
Could
And then Habu says, and now you've kissed and made up. Everything good, boys. Like there wasn't anything wrong to begin with. I don't hate John. I don't like being talked to like that.
Habu, this is why when you said I'm what,
Condescending and arrogant is what you are, but that's fine.
This because I just talk. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I don't take
You're
offense.
trying to be condescending and arrogant. That's what you're
Not at all.
You're good at it, though. I will say you are.
Not at all.
This is
Maybe
why
that's
we
why
need-
Chris punched you in the face.
This is why
Is
he
that why
needs
you punched him?
Stephanie. No, I punched him in the face because he was drunk as shit on my couch while we were trying to do a broadcast, yelling in here. And I told him to shut up twice, and he wouldn't. And then when I went out there to tell him to shut up, he fucking stepped at me. So I knocked him over the couch.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I didn't remember it. I still don't. I thought it was for something else, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did do that. I was hammered. Oh God, I was hammered.
It was one of my parties where we were all quite fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say I wasn't fucked up too. I was completely wasted, but
Yeah.
it happens. Whatever. Brothers fight.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, if you were here, John, in the studio with me, I would not have punched you. So there you go.
Well, I appreciate. I would not have punched you
I'd
either.
have thrown you out the window and told you to get out of my house. But that, other than that,
John would have kicked you in the kickstand.
I would have grabbed your leg and ran out and then left. But
it's attached
Jumped up
to
in the air trying to fly with that Superman emblem on the leg. Dun, 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 dun.
exactly. I would have been holding it out the window as I'm driving down the street.
Any bet on Sunday's game?
No, dude.
Bet.
You wanna know what
24-10 Browns.
You know what these tickets cost, by the way? I'm going to the game. I'm basically sitting in my old seats. The couple that sat next to us, like they had the other two, and they're like, "You guys want to go with us?" We're like, "Sure." Face value $366 for the pair. I get to spend $366 to watch that.
Are you going to the Charlie Kirk vigil afterwards? You talked about that. In Strongsville.
I am considering it, but I know my wife definitely wants nothing to do with that sort of thing. She hates politics. But it's one of those things, like I've been to a drag queen story hour out of, the curiosity issue of it. And I kind of want to go to something like the Charlie Kirk vigil as like the curiosity of it. So,
Are you going, Seth?
Yeah, I think I'm going out there.
No fear.
Charlie Kirk vigil on Sunday, 7:00, Strongsville, by the clock tower there.
It's on the town
Bob
square.
France will be out there. Representative Mike DeVilla is going to be out there. Pastor Jeff Toring is going to be out there. It's actually going to be a pretty good event. So
the one we
expect
just
a
had
lot of
one.
people.
Actually, we had one up the street from us. Sorry to interrupt you, Seth, but we had one in Medina up the street, and it was packed.
Yeah, my
very,
friend
very
actually helped put that together. The one you said I don't do anything, but
But did you do anything with it, or are you just saying you?
I had him on the air to talk about it, and I help promote it for him. Yeah, absolutely, I did.
Okay.
But they had 3,000 to 4,000 people actually show up for that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that much because I don't think that many people fits in the square, but it was definitely a lot.
Well, that's the
It
numbers.
was huge.
That's the numbers that Medina County put out. Is
Well, and I know for a fact it was a ton because the Browns backers bar that we go to, the streets were closed down. We had to take back streets to go around it. So they had all the main streets around there were closed. So there was like detours and there were people everywhere. So, and I saw some people saying online, no, there was only like 100 people. Oh no, there was not.
no.
Oh no, there was.
There was
not.
one last night at Brook Park at McJames Sports Pub too. So they're all over the place, man. Shit. Again, they've been over in London. They've been in South Korea. They've been all over the place.
Yeah.
He had a wider reach than I think a lot of people gave him credit for.
No, I
And
agree. And
I think-
dude, you know,
yeah.
as I said earlier, man, to agree with you, I think it's fucking disgusting. I don't care what side you're on. You're if you don't denounce it, then you're saying that murder is okay. And that's not
Yes.
acceptable. It's not.
In
Especially
any
if it's
political realm or any way, there's no way murder's okay.
Yeah. And I mean, it's especially like just because you disagree with what somebody says, that is like, I mean, that is the ultimate form of ignorance. Like you obviously cannot put two sentences together to have a conversation like we've had today. You're too fucking stupid and you got to go take somebody's head off.
Yes.
And it's ridiculous. And I don't care what, and I have plenty of friends that are on the left that are completely denouncing it, as well they should. And I applaud them for that. I applaud them for that because it's not acceptable. When that happened, I was like, I can't even believe that this is something that happened. Like that is like unfucking believable to me. So
Well, apparently nobody liked the show because we have not gotten any money on the Venmo.
it's my fault.
Damn it, John.
I cost
If you
Seth
hate-
money.
If you hate John, just donate Seth Williams 32 on Venmo.
Look at this, $32,000 in the Venmo.
We broke a new record.
If you break $5,000, I want 10%.
All right, I think it's time to wrap this portion. Are we going to mines? Is that what we're doing?
No, we are
doing that
not
today?
doing we are not doing mines today. I have to be somewhere, so I literally have to log off and leave. So,
All right.
yeah,
well, thanks,
no
John,
mines
for
today.
joining us.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it, man.
It got a little heated, but I think in the end, it all turns out okay.
100% okay, man. It's always all good.
Was it heated? I didn't notice.
But I mean, we might become friends. You know, it'll take some time to heal after the abuse that I took from you. It'll take some time, but that's fine.
You sound like a jilted lover.
A little bit. Feel like it. And I thought we were close.
Nice.
Thought we were like Star Wars buddies and stuff. And
We are.
You
We
guys
are.
can bond over Leah's whatever, those hair things or whatever.
The bun.
Leia.
The buds, whatever. What Leah,
Thank you-
Leia,
thank you, Seth.
Han, Han, who gives a shit?
Leah would be Billy Morse's wife, and Leia would be the
Yeah.
hot chick in Star Wars.
Well played.
I'll take Billy's wife.
Nice.
That I'll take Leia. I'll pound those ear things all day long.
She's dead.
Oh yeah,
I'll take Kira from Solo.
there we go. Yeah.
Seth,
All
you go.
right,
pound
we got to
that
get out of here,
corpse.
right? You got to go. We got to go
All
now, Chris.
Yeah, I gotta go. I do gotta go.
All right, everybody have a
Appreciate
great
you
day.
guys.
Thanks for listening. God willing, we'll talk to you again on Monday. Thank you so much.
All right, see you, folks.
Later, y'all.
See ya.
Maybe.
Maybe if Chris can hit the right button.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Triv, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. to the mountain high. Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high.